Back pain is something that we deal with a lot at Benchmark. Now, a lot of people use back pain as a reason to not start exercising or to not start strength training, but the fact that they have back pain is the reason that they need to start strength training and they need to start being more active. Now, there is lots of factors why you may have back pain. It could be to do with an accident or an actual injury where something has happened and something has changed within your back, which is causing the pain. Most commonly, back pain can be down to just maybe 2 or 3 different factors. I'd say one of the main factors for most people is just a lack of activity throughout the day. Most of us now are quite literally just sat down all day, sort of in this posture, slouched down, and your core muscles are doing the absolute bare minimum. They're not being worked, and they're generally just becoming weaker and weaker. So if you think about it, if you've got weak muscles around your core, you're going to have weak muscles around your bones, around your spine, and everything's just going to feel a lot harder. So that when you're sat down for longer, then your back's just going to become weaker and weaker. Or if you go to pick something up, your body isn't trained to pick that thing up. So what's really important to have sort of long-term reduced back pain is to be more active. Now, it's easier for me to say, go to a physio or go and do this or go and do that, or here's 3 exercises that are going to improve your back pain. But ultimately, it doesn't matter which 3 exercises you do if you're just going to be sat down literally all day, 10 to 12 hours each day. Our bodies are designed to crawl, to lunge, to jump, to sprint, to walk, to run, to do all of these things. But most of us right now are just sat down. So is it any wonder that back pain is so prevalent right now? So what you really need to do is that you need to make sure that you're becoming more active each day. Not getting more active each day, but you're consistently being active. So one of the best things you could do is if you do sit at a desk all day, is to literally set a timer every 55 minutes, or just set it so that it's on the hour, and you literally go for a 5-minute walk, or even a 2 or 3 minute walk, or just stand up and walk around wherever you are for a few minutes every single hour. Now, if you do that in itself is just going to loosen off those muscles. It's going to get them sort of up and working. It's just going to get them sort of moving a bit more, which is going to be so important to your back pain. So that's probably the best starting point for most people, especially most people that we train at Benchmark. We train a lot of office workers. We train a lot of people that tend to be sat or in one position for most of the day. So that's the most important thing to start off with, is look at your whole day, look at how active and how much you're sat down. And if you are sat down for, say, 10 to 12 hours each day, the most important thing you can do right now is just become more active. So the simplest thing you can do, a really good habit, have a timer that just consistently goes off every single hour. Some people have it on the watch and literally just go for a 4 or 5 minute walk. It could just be walking around your office block. It could be going downstairs. It could be walking around your block. Whatever it is, that would be a really great place to start. The other thing to do as well is that if you are in meetings for a lot of the day, or you're on Zoom calls, can you do the meetings on your phone? Can you be doing them walking around your house? Could you be doing them stood up? So we're changing the posture from being sort of sat down like this to then being stood up tall like this throughout the day. So we're not just being slouched in one position. There's nothing wrong with sitting down, but if you're sat down for 10 to 12 hours a day, you're going to get pain. It's like if you were stood up and walking around for 10 to 12 hours a day, at some point you're going to start getting pain. So it's important that we keep changing this position, and that can really help with back pain. The second thing to do is strength training is going to be incredibly important, and this goes alongside the amount of activity you're doing. So if you're already training at Benchmark, then we've got you covered already. So if you're already training at Benchmark, the most important thing for you to do now is just to consistently come to your sessions. Consistently come to your sessions 3 times each week on average. That's what we're looking for. Speak to your trainer if you find that you're getting back pain in the session, because we can change the exercise so that you can do it and you can keep on building up strength. So like I say, if you're a member at Benchmark already, we've got you covered. Just talk to us about your back pain, and we can sort of individualize it even more and personalize it in the session so that it's becoming stronger each time and we're reducing that pain. And if you're not a member of Benchmark, then why aren't you a member of Benchmark? But if you're not a member at Benchmark, then the important thing is right now you need to start doing some strength training. Now, I could go down to the floor and show you the 4 or 5 best strength training exercises to do, but ultimately you need to be doing them consistently week on week. So there's no point doing them every single Monday, but then not doing them at all for the rest of the week. So you need to be consistently coming into the gym and doing strength training. So obviously you can do our 30-day program, you can respond back to this message or comment below or whatever platform you're on, and then we can start getting you and helping you with that, okay? So they are mainly the two most important factors. Now, what I would say is activity levels and strength training, they're the two most important things. Remember, if you do get back pain, don't use that as a reason to not come into the gym. The reason you have back pain is probably a reason you need to come into the gym. Now, the third thing is if you do get back pain, but you physically can't come into the gym for whatever reason, then it's important that you do some really basic mobility exercises to get your body moving and to ease that pain. Trust me, I get it. You'll get pain from time to time. It might happen in the gym, might happen outside the gym, picking something up. It could even be twisting. These things happen in life. But then it's important to then get you active and get you moving so that we can do exercises that are going to relieve that pain, and then you can then carry on with your day and reduce the pain overall throughout the day. So I would say that these are likely the best exercises that you can use right now to help with reducing actual pain, but make sure that you're staying active and make sure you're doing strength training. They're going to be the most important things. So to reduce pain, 3 really simple exercises would be to just do this one, which is basically pushing your back up and then flexing your spine that way so that you get in movement going through your shoulders, through your spine, and through your lower back. That's one of the best ones you can do, which is just going to help sort of get your back and your spine moving. The second one that I'd recommend, which has always helped me, is doing the pigeon pose, which is a yoga pose. So what you'll do is you'll go into a press-up position like this, bring the knee over, and you just sit in that position. Now, I would just move around because you might find that one side feels tighter than the other. So I would just move around a little bit like so. Again, into that press-up position, and then go on to the other side, and again, just moving around like this so it feels like it's stretching all around your hips. Now, you could spend about 40 to 60 seconds in that position to really help mobilize your spine, mobilize your hips and around your back. So I would recommend to do this for a longer time. If there's pain when you go into it after 10 seconds, switch legs and then just try and prolong or do that stretch for a little bit longer. I'd say they're your 2 key ones. And then the last one I'd probably say, which is good for your shoulders as well, is just basically bringing your shoulder through and then going up, bringing that hand through and then going up. And again, just doing about 10 to 15 each side. What you could even do is you could do this at the start of your day to just help at the start of your day to try and help mobilize your back and mobilize around your hips. And you may find that in itself will help throughout the day, because the important thing here is that we do something about your back before it starts hurting. Don't let your back get to the point where it's actually sore. Do something about it so that we reduce the chances of it becoming sore. This video has been helpful. If it has, reply back to me here, or if there's any other questions you have, just please get in touch and ask us, and we can see how we can help you a little bit more. So watch this video, re-watch it, get more active, make sure you're consistent with your strength training, make sure that back pain doesn't stop you from strength training, and then make sure that if you do get pain, you don't just sit on it and do nothing, you get your body moving, okay? Any questions, please do respond back to here, or let me know what your biggest intake was once you've watched this video.